Oh, not
Let
too much, not too much.
me turn on my screen share. Have we done a coaching before? I feel like your name's familiar.
We have not. Not
Okay,
yet.
must have been someone else with the same Discord picture. Let's see. What am I looking at? Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
Nice. Let's get started. Yeah, what am I looking at here, sir? Spacey?
So, I got the diamond like a few days ago, right after a
Congratulations.
pretty big win streak, but since I got there, I've had a lot of unfortunate games, as you can see.
Seems like a lot of uh-oh here going on, huh?
Yeah, so I feel like I don't know, I don't have much of a effect on the game, really.
What do you think's holding you back?
Specifically, I'm not sure. Maybe some laning phase. I have trouble actually getting a lead. I don't know. These replays aren't too bad, but there's a lot of games I get behind in CS. Maybe due to like recall timing, something like that.
Do you ever watch like VODs of like pro players or something, or like streams?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah.
Do you ever notice like stuff they do differently, or is it just like it's just no clue?
No clue, really.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
usually how it goes, right? No fucking
no clue
idea.
at all.
Yeah, yeah, I got you, I got you.
Maybe
Okay,
some
interesting.
team fighting
Yeah, I'm
habits.
I'm sure we'll see some stuff. Usually, I think at this elo, it's either an issue of consistency, like oh, you did something bad, and somehow you need to make sure it, like never happens, right? Or there's a big idea we might be missing, so that like every time you're presented with this scenario, somehow we don't know it's a thing, and then we always lose, right? Like a
For
common one
sure.
is the 4-man. This is a classic. In Diamond, it's 4-man bot, and you're like, holy shit, I guess we just lose. Whereas if you watch like Sven or something, they're like he's pinging the 4-man bot, so his team's either countering or he's leaving the tower, right? Stuff
Oh,
like
there's a
that.
bunch of
So,
four-mans in these replays, I think,
oh
especially that
boy,
Kate one.
here we go. I'm sure we will see some good stuff then. All right, so which of these do you want to start with?
Let's start with the MF game. That was actually this morning.
MF Omega feels bad. And it's good you have some
Start.
hmm?
It started off not too bad, but I kind of started inting towards the end.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we mentioned some like laning stuff. That's kind of like the only thing I heard you say. So what about laning is a problem besides like the CSing?
Maybe playing the matchups,
Oh, okay, interesting. Playing the matchups. What part about the
especially
matchups?
especially on like Ezreal. I just get dumpstered like every single time,
50, right? Isaac jungle. Okay. Ezreal.
which I don't have any Ezreal
Interesting.
replays, but there's some champions I just get absolutely dumpstered in lane when I play them.
Well, this is good because well, have you? How many of my videos have you seen, by the way, if any?
Quite a few, probably most of them.
Have you seen the laning one by any chance?
Which one? Like the
Oh, sorry, the like matchups, like how to
yeah,
lane
yeah, yeah. Part
matchups
one, two,
idea.
three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those should help a lot. But if we're still having issues, then maybe it's something else, right? Like here's a good example. This is about to be uh wasted time by your jungler, right? Wait, this verse is trolling. Never mind, we good. Just kill his ass. He's gonna flash, by the way. So this is kind of yeah. He actually is
Yeah.
wasting everyone's time. Oh no! All right, so we already lost. Feels bad. All right, let's back it up. What do you think? What do you think about this section here, real quick? Actually,
So I'd say with Sejuani coming, they still have summoners up, so we can't really get anything from it.
right? Kind of grief by a jungler to try, but hey, it's his decision, right?
Right.
How come he tried?
Um, Maybe just to do the level 2 cheese.
Oh, he did red. He did red into blue. He's level 3, right?
Yeah.
Red blue Gromp, is it? I believe. Yeah. Red blue Gromp. There's something very interesting going on here. So I think we're at the level where we can start talking about these kinds of ideas because, have you ever played chess?
Yeah. I used to play chess quite a lot.
Yeah, like there's certain opening traps in chess, or like
Yeah.
obviously it's like the four move checkmate, but like if you do some spicy shit like gambits or the like, then you can find some like easy advantage, right?
Right.
So we don't really want to be wholly dependent on that, but there's actually something here that's a good indicator that you can just help make your laning phase go better. And do you know what I'm talking about here? From this picture, we can guarantee level 2. How do you do that?
Start hard pushing.
Yeah, well, how do we get level 2? Like, how does level 2 work?
So you have to get the first wave and then the 3 melees the next wave.
Right. And how do we win the race, so to speak?
If you get the first 3 melees on this wave, then you can kind of zone them out.
So what happened here? You got the first 3 melees and you tried to zone them out and it didn't really work, right?
Right.
So how do we lose the race to level 2?
How did we lose it, like in this instance?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few seconds at the beginning I was standing there, not even autoing the minions.
Right. So what happened there?
So they ended up getting level 2 like around the same time.
Well, okay. Watch Varus here. Right. What is he doing differently than you?
He's harassing Zillion.
Okay. Who's winning the race to level 2?
They are.
How come?
They have, or I have 2 minions left to kill in this first wave, and they only have 1.
Right. How did this thing happen?
He started autoing it. I didn't.
Right. So there's a lot of times where we're like not auto attacking, right? So like the first 3 you're like trying to last hit, sure. And then what happened here?
I just autoed that 1.
Here. Check it out. You guys are pretty even in the race, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do here that made us lose?
Back off from him.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, instead
right?
of keep hitting it. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, okay, I don't want to spend too much time on this, right? Because it's opening theory essentially, right? But this is an advantage essentially, right? In a lane where which bot lane should get level 2 first here, and how come?
Why should you get level 2 first?
Well, in this lane, let's say it's like 4 pro players. Who gets level 2 in this lane first?
I think like if played properly, we would get level 2 first because
Right. Why is
MF's
that?
W attack speed can push faster.
I mean, Varus is last hitting minions. He's getting attack speed from his passive.
Yeah. Zillion bomb as well.
Yeah,
Can push.
Zillion versus Braum. Who's pushing faster?
Probably Zillion.
Yeah, Zillion for sure, right? Because let's say Braum wants to like use, he's gonna suicide to like proc his targets. What is Zillion gonna do? Oh, we're just gonna harass the shit out of them,
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
The ranged champion usually gets the level 2 first, right? In the support matchup. But okay, whatever. You know what? Honestly, not the worst, right? Because we may not be abusing level 2, but that's not gonna be like the reason why you lose the game at this level, right?
Yeah, I feel like I play really passively.
Why do you think you play passively?
I don't know. I think I play passively so I don't get like ganked as much or give them a big lead instead of like trying to force myself a lead.
Do you think you should be playing more aggressive?
Not always. But I feel like in a situation like this where I'm playing MF, which is a big lane bully. Varus is too, but Zillion is able to harass them better than Braum could harass us.
So maybe we should be looking for stuff, right? So how do we look for stuff in this lane? I'll give you a hint. You just did it.
Braum used his Q there.
True.
How
did this happen?
Minions, clearing minions.
Yeah, and what did Zillion do?
Bomb him and stun him.
Yeah, we're just throwing bombs at him, right? So, I think one idea we might be seeing here is, like you said sometimes we should be playing more aggressively, and that's based off of which matchup, the support, right?
Yeah.
Then you say, how can I help my support play more aggressively, right? Essentially, how can I help him find more opportunities? So here, how do we copy this?
Whenever he stuns him, I can follow up.
Well, how do we help Zillion stun?
I don't know.
Yeah, you've lost a Zillion before, Balling, right? How do you get shit on? There's a very specific way I know I get shit on. There's two very specific ways, from my memory at least.
I guess like when you go up to CS, you can get bombed quite frequently, take a lot of damage.
Right? Sure. And what's the other one, I guess?
The slow.
Yeah, he slows you out. He slows you at their tower and then runs you down or something, right? With the jungler, right? You've seen
Yeah,
that before, right? So how can you manipulate your wave to accomplish those two things, or one of those two things, right?
I could let them push and like freeze outside the tower or something, so we'd be able to like run them down. There's at least space to
Yeah, they have no flash. You can do that, right? And the other one was what we just saw. We just shove them into tower and
shove them in
throw
the
shit
tower.
at
Yeah.
them, right? So if you want to play more aggressively, that's what you're looking for, right? So if you look at this, what part of this is doomed?
They have a whole bunch of minions. Braum can like just jump in.
Yeah, this is so if we look at this, right, and you say, okay, so how does this help our Zillion do one of those two patterns we just talked about, right?
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't, because we wouldn't be able to run him down.
Yeah,
We'd take
can't
too much minion damage.
can't run him down, can't poke him out. What's going on here, right? We're running it
Yeah,
down, right?
it
So
feels
this is
bad.
this is where the laning idea comes from, right? This is where you get super. You get somehow like we lose our advantage, right? Honestly, you guys actually didn't lose anything there, but that was actually really close to Zillion losing Flash, right? Look at
Yeah.
that. I have,
Almost
dude.
got
That was so clutch. Look at your slow here. Look how, dude, Varus can't auto attack, dude. He's like literally an inch away. And then he missed his Q punish. So yeah, so that's something we might be looking at is based off your support matchup, how should you manipulate the wave to help him do this thing, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What the fuck is going on here? Hello? Okay, we're aiming Braum. Sure. I really hope their jungle doesn't show up because their Azir's coming, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's fine because it was really fast, but sure. I mean, is this a pattern? What pattern is this? Is this not what we just talked about? What do you think?
Yeah, the wave's set up perfectly for him to
Literally what you just told
engage.
me,
Yep.
right? We're gonna freeze at our tower. They have no flash. Xena's gonna slow the shit out of someone. He didn't even land stun. Doesn't matter, right? So that's if there is a lane idea, you want to win harder or like be more aggressive, like when you're supposed to be. Well, when are you supposed to be more aggressive?
Like when you're supposed to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
I guess when you have a good support matchup.
Right. So or something strong about your support matchup. So how can we help our support do that thing? Also, this is about to be grief, right? Okay. I mean, okay. Let's talk about this. What do you think?
We don't know where their jungle's at, and Sejuani's low on health.
Sure. Well, let's just watch how this plays out. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna get fucked here, right? But let's watch how this plays out.
Very badly.
Yeah, we're kind of losing the game here, right?
Yep.
So what happened?
So Azir had prio mid and was able to get there before Syndra, and then
Did he have
we're
problem
all.
mid?
Oh no, he didn't. Well, we're pretty low off of that gank, so they'd get back in time. And their jungle's missing.
So like, what's the number one problem here? You said like we're low, right? I guess.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do to make sure this is how do we fix this problem essentially?
Probably shouldn't have even done it.
How do we know beforehand we shouldn't even do it? What's that criteria here? I guess there's a few things going on, but
Probably should have checked like HP levels, and then whenever Braum would be back.
well, check this out, check this out, check this out.
Death
Boom.
Wish.
What does that HP look like?
It's not too bad.
He's pretty good, right? He's full health.
Yeah.
So what's the number one reason this goes?
The jungler's right there. We don't know, because he could be full health.
Okay, right. So sure, we can say jungle's missing. So if the jungle's missing, then what do we do here then?
Probably just back out.
Sure,
Also, our top
but
laner was dead, so they'd be
Or
able to.
your top is busy fighting, right? He wasn't dead
Yeah.
at the start of this. Yeah, what do we need here to make sure this? Well, why would you guys start this? Why would you guys start this?
I think we started it because after we killed Braum, then
Yeah,
we started pinging to go that way.
right. And why is killing Braum important?
It gives you a main advantage.
Right. So what happened to our man advantage?
It wasn't there when their jungle showed up.
Is it their jungle showed up or who showed
And
up?
they're mid, yeah.
Yeah, what happened to our millionaire?
She didn't roam to the dragon.
Right, she's griefing, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you get the situation again. How do you prevent this from being a grief?
Before you start it, like check to see where your team's at.
Well, who specifically? Because this is a very specific rule here that is didn't
Your
come,
mid
right?
laner.
Yeah, mid laner. Usually it's the mid
Yeah.
laner for the dragon player, right? Hey, wait. Hey, mid, are you coming? Because what happens if he's just basing? He's just like, fuck this, dude. I'm out. What do
Well,
we
yeah,
do?
their mid's gonna come, and then
Yeah.
that's not gonna be good.
Right, which is kind of what happened, right? She just stayed mid and Azir came, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
she trolled, but what can we do to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen?
Ping Syndra to come.
Yeah, ping, right? So
Yeah.
okay, so when we start, when we have a man advantage, right? We have to make sure that they're actually coming. Because how many times have you guys seen this? Have you done this before? And your mid laner had just based or something, right? Or like
Quite
you
a
said,
few
top laner
times.
just died and they're TPing in, right? Like you can't just start the dragon, but you can see if you can start the dragon, right? So
Right.
I think at this elo, this is gonna be the most prevalent idea. What is your team doing at any given time, and how do we help this, right? Because let's say, look, let's say Syndra's like, yo, I'm not coming, right? And you see Azir moving, you're like, okay, you guys, this is just fucking grief now. Let's just leave, right?
Right.
But as you can see, Azir does come, and then it's like, wow, I felt like I was really safe here, even though you have Nimbus cloak, you have literally Nimbus cloak and flash, and you still died.
Yeah,
right?
he just slid in and said, hell nah.
Right, exactly. So it's like, obviously this went really, really poorly. It's actually game losing sometimes, right? Wait, holy shit, the Azir died. How? Wow,
Yeah,
Syndra
he's
saved
kinda
it.
griefing
What
there.
the? What the? Alright, I guess both millionaires are griefing. Good shit. But yeah, that's definitely one of the fastest ways to win and or lose at this elo. 4v5 stuff, right? Or
Yeah.
knowing what your team is doing before you do stuff, right? So I think in so far in landing phase, there hasn't really been anything bad in the first 8 minutes. If anything, it was you guys started the dragon, your millionaire wasn't coming, right?
Right.
So I think we'll probably be looking at ideas of map awareness habits. This is my guess. That's usually what I see most at this elo. Okay, let's take a look at this. Hold on. So back it up. Azir just died. Syndra just died. Right? Jungle's missing. So what happens here? I think we're dying here, no? The jungle shows up. Oh, we're just straight dying instead. Feels bad.
Yep.
What do you think?
Right there, the wave was slow pushing, so I was just last hitting because their jungle was missing, and then we just got engaged on by Braum.
So is there any way we want to play this differently, or do you think it's just Zillion's just being boosted?
I think that's just getting caught out.
Oh, Zillion?
Yeah.
How about here?
Varus is kind of far away.
Wait, do you remember what he did here?
Braum?
No, Varus. How does Varus force on you guys?
Oh, he can ult in.
Right? Sorry, this sub sound is really loud. He can ult in, but like, how does he force on you specifically?
If Zillion's stunned, he can just like go around and ult me.
I mean, you've played Varus before, right?
Yeah.
How do you catch the MF here?
Like a flash ult?
Yeah, he's gonna look. Isn't that what he did?
Yeah.
Right. So what happens if Kha'Zix is here? What do you think?
I probably should have saw that's what he wanted to do and backed out further.
Yeah, everyone's kind of dying here, right? So okay, so what's the problem here? Here we go. What's the problem
Not like
here?
thinking about the enemy's intention.
Right. How are they going to engage on this? Right. If you look at the map here, what do you think is going to happen? Worst case scenario. I've seen this so many times.
Absolute worst case scenario,
Yeah.
their mid and jung are both missing.
Oh, sorry. The millionaire is dead here, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. If I was standing right there, Varus could just like ult me if he was in the bush or something.
Yeah. You've seen this 1,000. He's there, dude. He's
All
there.
the
Who else?
time.
There's Zillion's there. I mean, not Zillion. Kha'Zix is there too, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we know this stuff is possible? So what are we doing here? That how come we're not thinking about this stuff? What are we doing here?
I guess I didn't think maybe he's level 6 even.
Check it out. This is why first person perspective is really important. Watch this. So watch where your mouse is. That'll tell us what you're doing. Your mouse and you pressing tab. So what are you doing here?
I don't know, I'm just last hitting.
Yeah, we're just last hitting.
Yeah.
Right. So the problem is we some kind of lack of map awareness. Right. So how do we fix this?
Just check the map to see where everyone could be at.
And how do we do a fast map check? So this is my strategy. I look for my jungle, their jungle, and my solos, their solos.
Right.
So where's my jungle? Where's their jungle?
My jungle's mid. Their jungle's missing. Then their mid lane's dead.
Right. So jungle's here, right?
Yeah.
So where do you think? Where do you think they are?
They're probably in the bush.
Dude, they're in the alcove gaming, right?
Yeah, alcove gaming.
Dude, this is what I would do. I'd be like, yo, sit here. I peek ward it. Our flash over. Brom jumps to me, right? Some crazy shit. Like I'm serious. That shit happens, right? You've seen some stupid shit like that before. I mean, this is really basic.
It used to happen to me quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I mean, they did something super basic like run up, right? But like, I mean, if I were at this elo, I'm sitting here, dude. Or I snuck in here somehow, right?
Yeah,
so that's one thing we might be looking at here is when we're CSing or when we're starting an objective, are we looking for our teammates and their counterparts, and how do they force on you? Because like if we stand here, what do you think is gonna happen?
Braum can jump in, or Varus could just ult.
yeah, Varus is just ulting, right? Honestly, and let's say they don't kill you. Let's say they just do all of your health, but you get to survive. What happens next?
Then, so if they jump in and we survive,
yeah, they trade ulti for half your health. What happens next?
they'd be out of their like ults, or we'd have to back.
Why do you have to back?
Because we'd be too low, so if Kha'Zix did come, it could kill us.
Exactly,
easily.
right? And you're like you said, jungle's topside, right? So, and then if you look at the wave here, what happens if that happens? It's just bot is over, right?
Yeah, they could freeze on that really easily. Yeah,
dude, they freeze or they dive. It's just super fucked, right? So it's not that it's physically impossible to stop that. It's more like you need to know it's coming, so you can develop a strategy to beat it, right? So you can, you can come up with some insane shit like run at where you think the Varus is, and heal dodge sideways. Like, that would be super extreme, but you can like ulti the wave, right? Or you can like push from super far away, right? But you at the very least, we need to know it's coming, right? So I think this is kind of gonna be the big picture of our games here. Is what should we do at any given time based off information on the map, right?
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
This guy's still missing, by the way. It feels bad. Well, at least Zillion is 6 here. Oh, okay, hold up. So Fiesta mid, right? TV2 mid, top is missing, sure. Okay, what's going on here? We're just praying Zillion land some stuff, right?
Yep. Free poke.
Okay, fast forward. Okay, hold on. What happened here?
Zillion wasn't there, and I don't know if I was paying attention.
So
same thing.
This is a problem, right? What do you think?
Kind of like similar thing happened.
Yeah, very similar actually, right?
Yeah.
How is this similar?
Because I don't know where they're at, and they could just be right there and engage on me at any time, especially since Zillion's not there to do anything because he went to Dragon.
So what's like the common denominator here? You've heard me talk about like triggers and habits and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So what's the trigger here that seems to be what's the trigger here that causes this problem? What do we keep doing before these mistakes?
Like CSing,
Yeah,
pushing
we're just
wave.
farming. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
just trying to farm. You're trying to push, right? So we're trying to farm. We're trying to push. This is where we want to add our new habits in, right? So in a 2v2 case, or I guess when we know where the jungle mid is, what's the habit here? I guess we could add in.
So whenever I farm, I should check the map and see where my jungle, my mid, their jungle, their mid.
Yes, right. That's a really strong one, right? And then how about this one in lane here? What about your support, their support?
Yeah, that too. That's
Yeah,
what happened right
yeah,
here.
yeah. Yeah. So for me, I'll give you my current habits right now. So when I'm farming, and I'm not looking at the big picture. I'm just looking at 2v2 wise. If my support's not here and theirs is, it's just doomed, right?
Stand way
How
back.
how do I help my support land their stuff? Well, Zealand's literally not here, so you can't, right? And
Yeah.
then the second step is, my jungle, their jungle, my mid, their mid, right? That's the next one, right? So that's kind of what we're seeing here. I think is we're busy like trying to CS, and they do some shit to us, and then we get beat up, right? So it doesn't really seem like you have a problem CSing in lane, right? It seems like we have a problem trying to figure out what's gonna happen next in lane.
Right.
I think, right? Because you can't CS because you're getting beat up. I would say. Oh no, the wave is doomed. Oh no. No, it's okay. It could be worse, right? We can still save the game through team fights and mid game. Wait, what's going on here?
Oh,
Hello?
team fighting this game was terrible. It was just like super doomed.
Okay, we go bot, right? Hold on. What's going on here, guys? So Johnny, don't do that. Okay, let's talk about this. What do you think? What do you think I'm gonna say, first of all?
When I was walking, I probably could have got caught if Varus would have turned around on me.
Well, like through the river?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, right? What else?
Um.
We can talk about mechanical stuff too, actually.
I don't know if there's really much we could do there.
Okay, let's talk about MF mechanics. How does MF get shit done in the mid game?
In a team fight, it gets a juicy ult.
Yes, gets a juicy ult. How do you get a juicy ult?
Um, you have to wait until like everybody's grouped up.
And then what?
Or CC'd. And
CC'd?
Braum shield down.
Right? CC'd. So just follow up on CC. How do you do it by yourself though?
By myself?
Check it out. You press R here.
Yeah.
How come we didn't kill anyone?
Nobody was CC'd. They just walked out of it.
Okay, how come no one CC'd? I mean, you saw Syndra stun, right?
Yeah. Well, I kind of waited too late. Their Braum
Sure,
shield.
but I mean, you could say Braum shield is still on, right?
Yeah.
It's a very specific MF pattern you see a lot. With ulti, what do we? How do we CC them by ourselves?
Like your E slow.
Yeah. E slow, right? You've seen that
Yeah.
before. You just ease you and then ultis you. So how come we can't? What happened?
They're not CC at all because I kind of wasted my E somewhere. I'm guessing because it was
Yeah.
on
What happened
cooldown.
here? That E there?
Yeah.
Were you gonna ulti?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
It doesn't really make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How else is E used for?
What'd you say you cut out there?
Like what else is good E value? Sorry. Let me change my disco activation. If I'm cutting out. Okay, this should be better, right?
Yeah.
Nice. What's like another good MF pattern? It's probably like super late game, but how else do we use our E?
Like catch people out.
Yeah, until like a one auto attack kill, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, right? But basically catch him out. So that might be a misfortune thing we're seeing here. But I'm not as concerned about this, to be honest, right? But when you mentioned like you're struggling on Ezreal, that's gonna be very similar. I know you don't have any Ezreal replays, but how you get stuff done on Ezreal is gonna be very similar, right? There's a specific way to do it. And if you're using your abilities, without thinking about that way, then it's just not gonna happen, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, hold up. Is he trolling? Azir's trolling, right? Sorry, I lost track of what was going on. This is grief, right? All I have to do is just kill someone. So, wow. Dude, what is going on here? Oh, the Kha'Zix is here. We're dead ass.
Oh, right here I trolled really bad.
Nah. You're dead. Let's be honest. You're so gone, right? I think he was catching up. So
that's what I was thinking. Maybe I'd try and trade it 1-for-1 or something.
So what do you think here?
He still had his ult up that whole time. But we didn't know where Kha'Zix was because he wasn't in the fight at first.
Right? So what's the problem here? There's several problems, but we'll say like, what's the biggest problem?
Just, jungle's not there. Their jungle's not there yet. We're all low, so he could clean us up pretty easily.
Okay, so it's like an awareness problem, right? So let's say we see this, and team like wants to kill Varus. And our problem was something like, some mix of we didn't know Azir was gonna insect us, whatever, and Kha'Zix is missing, right? So Kha'Zix is gonna try and kill us. So if you stay here, if you look at this, where is Kha'Zix? Where could he be?
It could be like on the other side of the wall, like by Raptors over there. Yeah.
Here, dude, like he probably can't be in our jungle, right? We have a lot of words, but yeah, this is probably the most likely spot. You just come from here, right? Or you could just come through mid, right? So how do we play differently? We pause here. We say Kha'Zix missing. How do we play differently?
Probably should not stand next to the wall, kind of like further away.
Yeah, right. Literally just stay super far back away from where he could be, right? You just watch this whole thing. Okay, where's Kha'Zix?
Still missing on the other side of the wall there.
Yeah, he's over here now, right? He shows up all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a problem, sure. And then sure, like it doesn't help in this case because we're just a giga dead. We wanted to kill Azir. But if you notice, is this the same thing here? Right here. Is this the same thing? Why or why not?
Yeah, because we're still engaging. We don't know where they're at.
Yeah, you want to fight? And then what could have happened here? You told me Varus could have been just standing there, right?
Yeah.
With Braum, and then we just insta die, honestly. Like, who else could be there?
I mean, they're mid or Kha'Zix could have been there.
Azir, Kha'Zix, Varus, Braum. Okay, now what does it look like? If we do this, how does this, what do you think about this now?
That's like super griefing.
Yeah, I would agree, right? I'm like, yo, that's why I was like, what is going on here, right? So, I think this is going to be, the biggest thing to work on is going to be map awareness ideas and team fight awareness ideas, right? Anytime we want CS or we want to fight, the first thing, the only way to play the game is to know where they are. Otherwise, you know how to press your buttons on these guys, honestly, right? Usually the biggest problem at this elo is, how are they going to press my buttons on me and from where, right?
Yeah.
Like here, like even here, like honestly, even here, like this Kha'Zix, like I've seen this shit before. You see how this is warded on the minimap, like the mid bush?
Yeah.
They could pink that and walk in while you're not paying attention. Like that does happen, right? Especially like the higher up you go, the more likely that stuff is gonna happen, right? So that might be something I think the main thing we're seeing here is playing based off of information on the map. I mean, this is a classic, right? This Kha'Zix is just doing you guys dirty.
Yep.
He jumped over the wall, didn't he? But he was just in here the whole time, right? He just insta killed Zillion. Oh no, it's a disaster. Okay. Yeah, so far, would it be accurate to say it feels like it's been really hard to play the game so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why ADC feels like there's no impact, is because if something like this happens and if you don't know what's gonna happen, you really didn't get to play League of Legends, right? There's no way to out-mechanic your way out of bad situations as ADC, usually speaking, right? Oh, Honey? You see Kha'Zix? Why are you guys doing this? This is like similar idea, right?
Yeah, I went in there because I just saw them fighting mid, though I didn't like track everybody.
Is that the Kha'Zix?
Yeah, there he is.
What do you think, dude? Like, I mean, how many times you have to see it before it's like, wait a minute, it's like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. Like, I didn't watch this replay before. I mean, I just know Kha'Zix is very likely to come, right? Let's say, for example, we didn't even kill Zillion. What's the next? I mean, we didn't even get the Varus. What's most likely gonna happen next? Once you trade away all your health.
Yeah, then we just die. Kha'Zix kill us.
Well, how you guys are running to tower, and then what happens?
Um, we just like have to back after.
Sure. Can you guys even base?
Well, maybe not, because if he comes around, he could probably just like one-shot us under tower.
He's stopping your bases
Yeah.
forever, right? And then they're gonna come bot. That's the 4-man right there, right? So okay, so let's say what's the problem in this case? What's our trigger here that made us do this thing? You said you saw the mid and you wanted to fight.
I should
right?
probably like when I see the enemy team like on the other side of the map, I should make sure like all of them are there.
Yeah, exactly. Like who specifically? Like what roles? I think is the fastest way to do it. Glance mid. Boom. What roles?
Yep. Their mid's there, and then Scion and Braum.
Yeah, top mid support. Okay, who's left?
Yep. Just Varus, which is bot, of course, and then Kha'Zix missing.
So yeah, the fast way I do it is like I think it's their jungle, and then I remember the jungler is Kha'Zix or something like that.
Right.
Because it's hard for me to be like, oh, it's Kha'Zix. I have to be like, it's their jungle. Oh, that's Kha'Zix, right? That's just me though. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's how I knew it's Kha'Zix immediately. It's like, oh, it's the jungle. Where's the jungle? So jungle's coming.
I just kind of assume like, oh, everybody's probably mid then, instead of actually like paying attention to who was there.
Oh yeah, no, Kha'Zix is coming. Like let's say you're playing Kha'Zix and you see this. What do?
Well, that fight's already over.
Yeah, it's this fucking dude.
Yeah, it's doomed.
Yeah, I mean, Kha'Zix is like, I don't need to come. What is Kha'Zix gonna do here?
He could either like go bot and help Varus, or stop the push top.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Exactly, right? And it's not like you know you're thinking about these things faster than me. It's more like, you know, do you have a habit of figuring out what they're gonna do next, right?
Right.
So he's like, yeah, he's gonna cover top, right? Make sure he doesn't get dove, or he's gonna counter gank bot because he knows you guys are gonna run it down for the kill, right?
For sure.
And you know he came bot, right? Honestly, yeah, you could invade, dive bot, you could set up dragon, right? Honestly, if it was like a non-tank jungler, you could look to dive mid, right? But he's doing something, right? Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. So this is just the most likely thing. You saw he was actually on the way, right? That's the only way he showed up this fast, right? This dude was actually on the way before all this happened. So you know the missing person. Think about it this way: when you start a fight, the missing people are actively trying to cuck you, right?
Yeah.
Like actively looking for you. So that's a good way to think about it. So you look at this fight. Boom. You want to come to this fight? What should you think?
Who's there, and then where's my team?
Yeah. So who's missing?
Jungle support. We see Syndra on the map and Varus, and everyone's there but Kha'Zix.
Do you see his here? Oh no, do you see his here?
Oh no, I was thinking Syndra was on the other team for some reason.
We see
Azir just walked across the minions in mid.
So you're playing Kha'Zix. How do you cook yourself?
I mean, Kha'Zix could like sneak around and try and get one of us that's on our own.
Where specifically? I know you can't draw here, but describe it to me.
Like behind walls or something. Like he could.
I want you to point out specific spots on the map so that when he shows up, you're not surprised. That's the idea, right?
Like the river bush right by mid lane, like the pixel
river bush, like this one, right?
Yeah.
Or back here, you're saying?
Yeah.
Honestly, any of those, really, right?
Yeah.
Be here, right? I don't know what happened, but maybe he could be here, right?
Right.
He could be. How about this one?
Yeah,
right?
he could go around.
He knew you were doing camps, right?
Yeah.
Like if it was worded, he knew you were doing camps, so he's waiting for you, right? So that's just thing. Do you know where the Kha'Zix is? You see this, right? So if you show up here, what do you think is gonna happen?
Kha'Zix could just like run up the lane.
Right. So we gotta figure out where this guy is. Also, we do no damage because we died too many times, but yeah. Where's the Kha'Zix, right? He's still. This dude is still missing. He must be on the objective.
Yep.
Must be on the objective, or he's really hiding, right? So that's just the habit you want to start forming. Is where are these people? I think this game is too far gone at this point for us.
Yeah,
right?
I just started inting after this. Like, I went from 2 and 3
Oh,
to 2 and 9.
close. That was a good pattern though, right here. The E ulti pattern, right?
Yeah.
That was really good, right? So that's why I wasn't concerned when I saw the E from earlier. I'm just like, oh, that's probably like just you're just trying to stop Varus from engaging or something, right? So I'm not as concerned. Oh, what happened here? Okay. What do you think about this, by the way? Should you have the same ideas or not the same ideas?
Definitely same idea.
All right, who's coming for us?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I could get like Varus stunned there.
Well, like just missing people.
Like, yeah, Kha'Zix is missing.
Still the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, can you go over the wall? No, that's suicide. All right, we're good, right? Because like right here, he could actually go over the wall, right? How does he do it?
He just jumps right over.
Yeah, he could jump over. I probably wouldn't go for that if I was him.
Yeah.
That takes too long, I think, right? Is this just like W flash Q auto and he jumps out? Right?
Yeah.
I know that's like really extreme, right? But something like that could happen. Right? That's how we make sure all our bases are covered. Right? And then you say, oh, he can't do that, so I'm good, right? Something like that. But yeah, I think he's getting to the point where he can almost do that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He did a lot of damage.
Oh wait, is he? I mean,
yeah, there he is.
Where was he? He was there the whole time, right? So it's like it's not that. It's not. It's like it's kind of like how can you develop this habit to not be surprised by them? Essentially, because they're literally doing the most basic shit. It's nothing too crazy at this elo. It's just if you were playing Kha'Zix, where would you be? That's where I would be essentially, right? I mean, oh my god, you actually died here.
Yeah.
I mean, is that literally not the same thing as this? Just going like this? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, right? It's actually the same thing, right?
That's practically what happens the rest of the game too. Just Kha'Zix keeps.
Yeah. It's actually kind of hilarious if you think about it, right? It's the same goddamn thing every time. But that's the crazy thing about this is that if you work on this and it never happens again, then all of a sudden you're winning every time, right? He does that shit and you're ready and you have stopwatch or something, and then all of a sudden you're winning because you Giga through, right? Oh, he's here by the way. Yeah, I was gonna say he was here, but yeah. Let's take a look at another one. This one's too far gone, I would say.
Right? This is the one with lots of 4-mans like that just went downhill fast.
So remind me, what were the important moments in the last game that we could have prevented? Like the important things for you to work on.
So when farming, I should always check to see where everyone's at. Okay. Like the support matchup, manage the wave according. And then the team fight habits or skirmishes, dragon, anything, like just check where everyone's at and who could be there.
Right. The missing people are coming for you, right?
Yep.
Specifically, they're very and they have a very specific way to do it. So, oh, this is a god awful matchup. Hello. Actually, maybe Morgana shield is really long cooldown. Maybe it's not that bad. But it's really bad if you don't know where the jungler is. What is this Morgana doing? Did you just see that? Holy shit! What did I just see? Okay, well we got level 2 first. Thank God. No, I don't get it, dude. You got level 2 in this lane, which you shouldn't, and you didn't get level 2 in the last lane when you should have, right? What is going on? You know what? It doesn't matter, really. Right? We have bigger fish to fry. Wait, what just happened here? Okay, Miss Binding. We're going to the drinks. Sure. Actually, hold up. Who's the jungle? We're at 319. Jungle is
Trundle.
Because obviously Trundle is different than Kha'Zix, which is different from Olaf, right? You know, very different levels of strength in the early game, the mid game. Sure. Wait, hold up. Why is this going so poorly? You start hitting like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, okay. If there's a main thing to work on for lane, I know what it is. Okay. All right, I want you to watch this and tell me what went wrong.
Alistar got super low, so I probably shouldn't have even like turned around. We should have just like backed out entirely.
Yes. Why should you not have turned around? It's not that he's low. It's that what? Just watch the full sequence.
His cooldowns are down.
Yeah, there's no cooldowns, right? So How do you win without your support? How do you win without your support's abilities?
You don't.
You literally can't.
You
It's
can't.
fucking
Yeah.
impossible, right? So that's how we know we need to stop. So okay. So every time we're CSing, what should we be looking for? This idea, right?
Yeah.
You know, is my support getting this shit off? Is their support getting their shit off? Right? And then while you're fighting, what's the, is the same thing, right? You want to if you want to hit them, what question do you have to ask yourself? Can my support
Do anything.
get their win condition off? You could say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can my support do anything? That's a good way to put it, right? So you want to push these minions. Can Zillion do anything? Can Alistair do anything? Right? And then I mean, well, obviously, if you look at this, he can't do anything. So we
We just need to run. Yeah.
yeah, we shouldn't be moving up, right? So okay, if there's a laning problem, I want you to think this: everything revolves around your support. So if you want to play more aggressive, can my support do that? You want to be more passive, whatever, like what is your support trying to do? How do they win? Right? So that's the main thing I think to look at here. Anytime you're trying to do anything in lane, like last hit, the first thing is the 2v2 matchup. How can I help my support land their shit? And if you're walking up without your support having shit up, then you auto lose, right?
Yep.
Like they just auto attack you can't win. Then the second thing is once you can do this, then it's like, where is the jungle mid combo, right?
Yeah.
Because I think before, the reason why the 2v2 has to happen first is because remember when Zillion went to like help with the dragon?
Yeah.
And then we ended up 1v2ing somehow. I think this happens quite often. Yeah, you need to make sure in the 2v2, can your support do anything? And if your support's not here, the default is no, right? Support's literally not here, so you can't do anything. Okay, we see jungle top side, so I hope this works, because if it doesn't work, this is really bad. Oh my, your support's boosted. Oh my god. I think that's true combo, right? Man, he fucked it up so bad.
Yep.
He fucked it up so bad, dude. Alright, well, that's not your fault, right? Not your fault. Alright, fast forward. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, how do we know this is gonna be a problem?
Their jungle's missing.
Sure, right? And then what's the next step? Like why is you're gonna get ganked and then what?
They dragon spawning soon.
For sure. Well, what's the problem with getting ganked?
Oh, I don't have flash.
Right, we don't have flash. But let's say we have flash. There's still a problem with getting ganked.
Yeah.
Why? What's the problem?
I mean, we could get forced out of lane, or we're low HP as well.
Well, let's say you have flash and you're gonna get away. Who's not getting away?
Alistar.
Yeah, yeah. Why is Alistar not getting away?
I mean, he doesn't have summoners.
Yeah, he doesn't have flash, right? So here's the thing: anything you do in this lane, okay, this is like this is like a band-aid fix for now. Anything you do in lane, hitting tower, pushing, trading, whatever, is literally revolves around your support.
Right.
Because remember, like like a good ADC, we know that you can't do shit without your support, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, if he's low health, no flash, what is he gonna do when you hit the tower?
What is Alistar gonna do?
Yeah, there's literally only one outcome here, to be honest.
He can't really do anything.
We're just fucking dying. That's like the only outcome, right? Like, there's actually no other outcome. I don't know how else we get something done, because they're gonna walk up. Alistar's gonna combo. What do? They just black shield, and then we lose, right? So, yeah, we're getting flashed on here if we're not careful. Oh my god, he almost died. So yeah, we definitely don't want to be pushing anymore, right? Because we wave management for our support. That's a good way to put it. Okay. Wave management for your support, right? Or to counter enemy support. That's a good way to think about it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, hold up. Is this working? Oh no,
I thought he was going in there.
Oh no. Yeah, if it was worded, it's too hard, I think, right? Honestly, even if it's not worded, it's too hard. They have flash. So this is a grief, by the way. Your support's dead as fuck. Yeah, this is really bad. I'll give this one a 0 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
EQ maybe. Oh no, he's just dead.
Yeah.
He's just griefing. That's not your fault, all right? The earlier stuff was your fault though. We lost so much health for no reason, right? Okay, let's fast forward. Because like here, like in your Zillion and Alistar games, it felt like they were just running it down, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, we can set it up in such a way where it's really hard for them to run it down, right? That's what the top tier ADCs do. They make it so it's actually impossible for the support to run it down, unless they're win trading or something. I don't know. Hold up, is this about to be a 4-man? What do you think?
Yeah, their mid and jungler are both missing.
Alright, and what about their
I
top
think
laner?
it is too.
Oh, yeah, the top laner died. The top laner died, right? So, no, you know, I think Lissandra takes TP a lot of times. I don't know about you, but you know, you
Yeah.
run past the minions, they have flash, they're gonna TP in, right? So I really hope this goes well because there could be potential problems here. Oh, oh no, they're coming. Oh, they're coming, dude. Oh, they're coming, dude. What do you think? Same.
Yeah,
What do you think? What do
yep.
you think? Do we know it's gonna happen before it happens? That's the secret to League. Is the pattern, right? And this habit will help you identify the pattern, right? What was the habit?
I should have, when Zach was gonna go in, like just check where everyone's at. Mid
Yes.
jungle.
And how do we? Yeah, mid jungle. Yeah, our counterparts, right? Our team and their counterparts, and we literally knew, like, he was on the win. We know it's gonna be counter ganked, right? Like, did we not call it like 30 seconds in advance, right? And it's not like we're reading their minds or anything. When you're on the enemy team and you see this, what's your default reaction?
Like what they're coming, like when
Yeah,
they're
well,
missing, yeah.
let's say you play Lissandra here, and you just shove the wave in, and you see Zac ganking bot. What's your first reaction?
I gotta go help him.
Yeah, can I TP?
Teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then what if you're Trundle, you're bot side, and you see this happening? What is your first reaction?
No, I definitely gotta go in.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming,
Yeah,
dude. I'm counter
baby.
ganking. Yeah, it's like it's not that they're geniuses. It's that we're playing around their first instincts. Right? We want to play around their default reaction, right? Which is they're just gonna show up. Everyone shows up. So cute, right? That's how we know it's grief. Is if you didn't kill them instantly, everyone's coming. We're all dying, right?
Right.
So that's the main thing we had to do. So it's not like you're misplaying this mechanically or anything, right? It's more like your team is doing something super int. You have to recognize that, right? Otherwise, you know, you're gonna be like, I have no control over the game, which is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Because they call this play, and you're like, oh my god, maybe I should have like E4 to bait her flash and then Q where she flashed. Like, I mean, you could try and mechanically outplay, but you still die 4v3, right?
Right.
So that's the big issue I think at this rank is knowing, like, you have to see the future, and this will help you see the future, right? Anytime your team tries to fight, mid jungle counterparts and top TP as well, right? But top TP has a long cooldown right now. Then we actually did we get away here? We need to run. And then 2v2 ideas, right?
Yep.
But basically it's literally just perma fighting at this elo and perma ganking at this elo. I think is the big stuff, right? Just like look at this disaster of a game and we haven't even died, right? Doesn't that feel bad?
Oh yeah, all the
Feels
time.
pretty bad. You get Dovier, by the way, if you're not careful. Oh, oh my god, he killed his ass! Flash, no!
I tried to
good
push
try,
it, but I couldn't
try.
push it fast enough.
Good try. I just got the kill. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, what do you think so far? Do you have any questions, or do you have any anything else you want to talk about that we haven't talked about?
I don't think so. I feel like you explained it pretty well.
Good.
Yeah,
This is a Monka
previously, I
S.
mean, I had a big map awareness problem, like to where I wouldn't even look at the map until like mid-platinum,
No.
honestly.
Yeah, once you get to this elo, okay, not
So-
even that, but like you, okay, so basically, in my opinion, the ideal way to play this role is you can't do shit by yourself, right? So you're the big brain, you're the guy at the controls in the early game. You need to know what's going on at all times. That you can spam back ping your teammates or spam forward ping, right? Like you want to think for your jungler, ideally. That would be my version of ideal in solo queue. Is you're worth 5 people's brain. That's what you want. Like you could be like, hey Malphite, I'm gonna clear the wave and you're gonna TP bot because they have no flash. Like you can literally call it out by yourself, right? And you say, hey Ali, I need you to combo to get rid of their shield so Malphite TP works. And then the instant we see their jungle, execute, right? So that's ideally we want to get to that point. What, in my opinion, but that makes the game like you have more control. The more you can influence your teammates, the more control you have. I think. That good thing Morgana's not moving to that mid gank, right? Hopefully this 2v2 goes well. Oh, did not go well. Unlucky. And their bot lane's moving. Unlucky. No, that was just fucking doomed, right? I don't think you win this, by the way.
Nope.
You literally have to kill this guy. Oh no. You literally. Oh, please tell me you kill him. Okay, well, okay. Good try. You just literally didn't have the damage, unfortunately. Fast forward. Alistair's dead. He's doomed. Like, how do we know he's just giga doomed? Not even the fact that Morgana showed up, but like.
Yeah, right there, the mid, obviously, their mid walked into the river, like this direction.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Kaiser, yeah.
Dude, he can't flash out. He's just fucking dead, right? So I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. Fast forward. Yeah, it's basically we need to work on habits that will allow us to play the game. Okay, what do you think about this? Lissandra has no TP this time, but what do you think?
I mean, she could be in the bush or something.
She just walked down, right?
Yeah.
It's taking forever. So I really hope this goes well. So it's not like, oh, here's the Chundo. It's not like you shouldn't help this. It's like, how do you help this? What do you think?
Probably shouldn't have gone in on Morg there with them coming in the river, or maybe just pinged him back or something.
Yeah. How slow? The question is, how slow should you play it?
Very slow until we know for sure what their mid and jungler are doing.
Yeah, essentially, right? You just make sure that this is working before we commit, right? So it's not that we should never help these plays. Like, you can take a 4v4. It's just that, we shouldn't run it down for the 4v4 because once we get CC, they're all going to chain CC us, right?
Right.
Oh, man. Here we go. Lissandra's coming, by the way. Oh, well, she's here. What do you think? Is it the same thing every game or not?
Pretty
honestly,
much, yeah.
Not even like every game. It's actually every event.
Multiple times every game.
Yeah. Every time anything happens in the game, I promise you, it will be the same people trying to gank you. It's gonna be the mid role. It's gonna be the jungle role. It's gonna be the top role. It's gonna be the support role, and sometimes AD. Right? It's actually like every time without fail. Right? So that's the big thing I think you want to work on. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so based on our habits here, how do we do this differently now? What's our thought process here?
Check to see where their mid and jung are.
Yes, fight breaks out. You want to help mid jungle, right? So in this case, mid jungle is where?
On the way.
Yes, they're here. You essentially say they're here, not even on the way. Pretend they like teleport here, right? Okay, how do you play this? Now that you know this.
I gotta wait till like Lissandra's CC's burnt.
Well, think about numbers first.
Yeah.
If they're mid jungle are here, and
Zed
you're
is still mid.
Zed's mid. So how do we play this?
Definitely ping it back.
Yeah, exactly. Spam back ping. This is fucking griefing, right? It's impossible, literally impossible to win. It's actually impossible to win, right? So I'm spamming back ping. I'm not, dude. This is dumb as fuck, right? So we gotta stop this shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the main thing. And you see Malphite TP, and you're like, okay, 4v4. It's still pseudo grief, so play it slow still, right? And then we just die because Lissandra's here and it's a bad time, right? And then Malphite can't kill anyone because he got stopped, right? And then everyone's oh wait, actually Malphite is here, but he can't kill anyone because he needs follow up. He ultied the support, like it's just doomed essentially, right? It's actually just over. Like there's literally no like Zed has to kill Jinx and Lissandra somehow. I don't know how this works, right? Oh, look at that. He's running it down, trying to kill Jinx. It's just, dude, now he's gonna ulti Lissandra because he doesn't know what to do, right? It's just like, oh, come on. This is oh my god. Okay, I mean, this is a really good example here. I actually want to showcase this, right? Why is this a good example?
Because our team is definitely not there, like being our mid laner is not there, and theirs can be there.
Okay, I want you to think of like the dynamic between us and what was our problem?
I didn't even notice that they were like really coming.
Okay, right? We didn't even know they were coming. So when they showed up, what happened?
I was caught off guard and then couldn't even like react to it properly.
Yeah, exactly, right? Lissandra just ulted us, right? Okay, what happened here? What about Jinx and the Zed?
Oh, Jinx like saw Zed was coming and could just run away.
Right, but initially she had no fucking clue, right?
Yeah.
Look at this, running into the bush. She had no clue, right? It's the same thing that you're doing, except she got lucky because she got to see him because the team's running into him, essentially. Right. So they saw him for you, right? But what happens if he's coming around this tri-bush and she knows? she could play it better, right?
Yeah,
Like, hey, Zed's missing. I'm just gonna stay here, and then she'll get the same result. We kill the Zed, right? Everyone's happy, right? So this is like, it's not like it's impossible to win when they show up. It's more like, you know, they're here, so you're not gonna like randomly die to it,
for sure.
right? So that's kind of what we're trying to do. Is we know they're coming, and I'm sure you're not gonna randomly die to it if you know it's coming, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
okay, let's watch this. This game is kind of doomed, but maybe it's salvageable, right? What's going on here when you see this?
Their Jinx was rotating around their jungle's top.
Yeah. When you see this, let's just pause here and just talk about this. What's gonna happen in the next 20 seconds? I want you to give me a few scenarios.
So we could definitely lose that fight.
How come?
Jinx is gonna be there before I am. Their support is missing. My support's dead, and then top's not there. So it could be 3v4.
Yep, 3v4. So we could definitely lose this and lose the tower. What else?
Yeah. They could take the Rift Herald after.
Oh yeah, they can take the rift out. What other outcomes have you seen at this tower here in a 3v4?
I mean, we're probably not gonna win that
Why not?
because we're already behind, and then they have an extra person on top of that.
Yeah, but don't you have a tower?
Yeah.
Well, you've never won 4v5 at the tower?
Yeah, I have.
How does that happen?
It
You know
has
the
to be
pattern.
like completely under the tower, like their team dives.
Yeah, their team dives, right? So, knowing this, what do we need to do here?
We should probably like ping back or just let them engage.
Right, exactly. We need them. When you need, like you said, you need them to be under the tower, right? And if
Yeah.
that doesn't happen, then what should you do?
Probably just clear the wave, like don't even do anything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, maybe push bot even, right? Because
Yeah.
you know, like you said, we're gonna 3v4 if we chase them outside the tower, giga doomed, right? So, giga doomed, right?
Yeah, the tower dies anyway right after.
Right, because it's getting demolished, right? Dude, I didn't even know that. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, I got demolished. So, insta lose, right? It's not on the tower anymore. So that's the thing. You need to be able to predict this shit before it happens, right? That's the magic of League of Legends.
Right.
Can you predict what happens, right? So yeah, we came to defend, so we can maybe clear the second wave. Yeah, so far the whole game is pretty feels bad, right? What you're looking for is a perfect 15 minutes, essentially. Perfect 15 minutes map awareness wise. Don't worry about like mechanical stuff, honestly. Like, we haven't even gotten to fight, right? Like all of last replay and this replay, we didn't even get to fight, essentially, right? It was just all like map awareness stuff because, you know, if it's 4v5, it's just impossible to fight, right? Okay, let's keep going. How did Jinx die? Hello? Holy shit, Malphite just killed her ass. Pretty funny. Well, I think we're winning now, huh? Maybe. Okay, we run away.
Solo queue dream, the comeback.
Sure. Stormers are first. That does no damage. Feels bad. Zed is 0-5. I don't really think you guys are winning this. Also, what do you think about this Morgana engage here? What do you think about this?
That's probably not good for our team to go in on that either, because our mid's for sure not there.
Yup.
Our top's a long ways away as well.
Yup. So what do you think is gonna happen?
Their whole team could be there.
Yeah, Giga Grief, right? How fast does the Zac play have to be for it to not be Grief?
I mean, it would have to be pretty dang fast, like not even possible.
Yeah, like literally instantaneous, right? So,
Yeah.
he didn't. It's not instant. This is, you know, why are we hoping, right? You need to run, dog. Oh no, we get flashed on, right? And it's over. Oh, okay, she had no flash. Oh, we're still almost dying. Okay, nice kiting actually. Maybe we can save it. This is a normal 5v5. All right, this is the first 5v5 we've like seen. Let's see how this goes. You guys are probably gonna lose because you have no. You guys are already super far behind, but playing it not too bad. Not bad. It was just too far behind at this point, right?
Yep.
So it's good that you stayed alive. That's actually really good. I'm not really worried about the 5v5 aspect, honestly. This is just their bear. At this point, don't worry about this. Alright, this is doomed.
Yeah, this game we actually got into some fights where I could actually like,
Alright.
you know, make a difference, and we won.
Let's fast forward a bit and look at. I just want to see fights and laning stuff, 2v2 laning stuff, because I think we have a good idea of what you need to work on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, oh Jesus Christ. It's actually the same thing every game,
Same
right?
thing.
Same thing. Jungle mid.
I got
Jungle
lucky
mid
this
missing.
time though.
Lissandra's sacking away for this play. Holy, they griefed. How did they
Their
grief?
bard straight up insert right there.
Yeah, who are they aiming here? What do you think? They're aiming the wrong guy. Hello? Nice free kill on Bard. Oh, never mind. He flashed out. That's and Echo's coming, by the way. Zach was mid. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Oh, Echo, you're trolling. 3v4, right? He's literally running into Zach. Does he not know that? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. What do you think? Same thing? Same thing or not the same thing?
It's the same thing.
In this, okay, I promise you. If you can do this at this elo, you are instantly masters. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right? If you can predict this, the first step is knowing it happens. The second step is how to make sure it doesn't happen next time. Right? So like, you know, you develop some strategies like spam back ping or like free ward, you come up with something, right? And then once you can beat it every time, then you beat these Diamond 4 players every time. That's the idea, right? So yeah, he's running into Zach. We would spam back ping this guy because Echo is not one-shotting anyone, so it's not good, right? Remember, it has to be really fast. It's a 4v5 instant win. Or instant win or doom. Oh, well, he's just dead. Oh. Is that instant doom? Oh, he's instantly dead. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Christ. Okay, well, now get some free kills. He's getting flayed, right? Oh, nice dodge. Wow, that was an interesting tumble. You have to flash out here. Good job. You have ulti, but no mana, right? You can hit her. Just dodge the Q, forehead. Uh oh, you didn't dodge the Q. Oh, you did dodge the Q. You're insane. And dodge the Zac auto attack. Nice. He has passive, so I guess it's unlucky, huh? Oh, even here it's unwinnable, right? Zac is just coming back. Holy shit. Is that a tragedy or what?
Yeah, hard can't.
Fucking tragedy, dude. Okay, fast forward. Honestly, it really is the same thing, right? Okay, hold on. Back it up. Since it's the same thing, let's practice making this a habit during VOD review. So in game, it's gonna be a lot harder, right? But yeah, we can start practicing here, right? So what was the trigger to figure out this is coming?
So I'm going to farm. My support's not there.
Yep.
And then their bot and jungle are both missing.
Right. And where's your jungle?
No idea.
Your jungle.
Oh, my jungle's on the other side of the map.
What are they doing then? Enemy team does this then. What is it?
They could make a play bot and then take dragon.
Yes. What else can they do? There's three main options, I would say.
They could just kill us and push turret.
Sorry. Like, when I say three options, one of them is like they're gonna gank you, right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
What's another one?
Gank. I mean, the dragon play.
Yeah, they're gonna dragon, right? What else? You're the enemy jungler. You see Olaf top. You can gank bot, you can do dragon, and you can do what?
He could counter gank top.
Sure, but I think it's a little too late for that. There's no one goes for that, right?
Yeah.
Top's already dead. Olaf's full HP.
He can invade like our jungle on the bot side.
Sure, he can try and invade, but there's no camps yet. There's a lane he can gank.
Mid?
Yeah, he can gank mid, right?
Yeah.
So how do we tell our mid laner?
We could like ping him to be careful or ping missing in the jungle.
Yeah, exactly. See how this works? Where Zac is gonna do one of these three things. So don't die to gank, stop him from dragon, back ping echo. All of a sudden we're winning because our jungle is winning for the team, and then Zac didn't get anything, right? So that's just the habits you want to start building, like you said, when you want to push the wave or when you want to farm, right? So like here, you're question pinging the Zach, which is really good, right? Like, okay, where's Zach? And then you walked out here, which is not as good. I think you need your Thresh to be here, otherwise we could have some problems, right? Okay, and then it's all the same, right? We're last hitting this. What's the problem here?
Varus is playing pretty aggressively for like being 1v2.
Where's your mouse?
On Varus.
Why is this a problem? Or is this a problem?
It could be a problem if we get ganked if I attack him.
How did they gank you?
From the bush.
From the bush? They have a bard, right?
Yeah. Oh, from
I'm
the
playing
wall.
bard. Yo, what are they out? Which wall, dude?
The wall like right to the left of Varus there. Or I mean,
Oh, that
behind
wall?
us.
Yo, behind you. Dude, that's what I would pick, right? And who is coming?
Bard and their jungle.
Yeah, and I'll do it. Maybe even the millionaire, right? The whole squad is showing up.
Too. Yeah.
Actual whole squad is showing up, right? So, what was the trigger here?
They're just all missing, so we probably shouldn't try to.
Well, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to do here?
We're trying
farming,
to like
right?
Farming or trying to kill Varus.
Yes, farming and trying to hit them, right? So these are two. I think these are two best triggers you can do. So right now it's like last hitting. We need to make sure we're looking at the map for our teammates and their counterparts, and also when I want to hit them, also it's the same thing, right? Our teammate and their counterparts, right?
Yeah.
Because they're just you're gonna have a bad time if they're literally all here. Like if you hit that hook, what would you do?
In that game, I probably would have like definitely gone in.
Yeah, gone it. Okay, 3-hit passive. Can I E flash into the wall? Right.
Yeah.
And then like in bronze elo, you 100% commit. Right. And in challenger, you hit that hook. We're like, okay, can we bait the Zac? Right. You hit the hook. Okay, can we bait the engage and get out? Right. So it's not like the difference in physical. Still throwing a hook. It's difference in intention, right? And knowing what's gonna happen next, right? So yeah, you trying to hit him there, that's really Monka S, right? I actually can't believe we got away with this. It's only because they targeted the wrong guy, right? Honestly, Lissandra ulti into Bard Q into Varus Q is instant death, I think. Because Bard is Ignite, right? But yeah, that's how we prevent all this from happening. Because you notice how where was our positioning here when we know they're all coming?
Kind of further back.
No, like where should it be? Where is it and where should it be?
We're far forward where Bard could gank over the wall. We shouldn't be.
Yeah. And where should we be?
Probably like under the turret.
Sure, you could be like super back here. You could be in the bush, right? And then now that you know that standing here is like asking to get ganked, how do you win the game by yourself?
The wave there is like pushing into us anyway, so we could just like ping Thresh back.
Well, let's say you know they're gonna gank you without down your mind.
Yeah.
4 people are coming. How do we win the game?
There I just straight run away.
Well, how do we win the game? By fighting.
You have to have like our whole team or main advantage.
Okay, how do we get our whole team here?
Ping assistance.
Well, what kind of assistance? They're not gonna run here, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could ping like Echo to just like push mid since his laner's not there.
Well, true, but like, what happened to the last game when you guys forced the gank and the squad rolled up?
We just died every time.
Well, how did the enemy squad roll up?
They rolled up on like whenever we tried to do something.
This is that game, right? What is that game? This. How do you manufacture this?
Well, our team wasn't there, so they could easily like engage on us and it'd be an easy win.
Okay, you're playing Jinx Morgana here. And you're like, you see the Zac.
Yeah.
Zac is coming without a doubt. He's ganking without down your mind. How do you win this by yourself? This is bot diff.
Like,
right?
On your own, you can't.
Yeah, you can, right? Okay, in this case, here's a good example. When Olaf showed top, we said, what can you tell Echo?
Like to be careful.
Yeah, you can tell him be careful. Now, if he runs it down anyways, that's his fault,
Right.
right? But it doesn't mean. But you influenced him. Right? You're like, hey, the jungle's coming, or support's coming, right? You influence to let him know. You're like covering for his mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So we're like creating like a skill gap through communication, you could say, right? So in this example, let's say you're playing Jinx Morgana. How do you create a skill gap through communication?
In their situation, I mean, they could ping to go in if their whole team is there, knowing Zed's not there.
Right, like how do they, what are they pinging specifically? There's like a specific summoner they're calling for.
Like ping a jungle gank?
Well, sure, jungle gank, but
Oh, ping like no flash.
sure you can ping no flash. But if you're trying to counter gank as a team, what is this?
Teleport?
Yeah. You say, are you ready to teleport?
Right.
Right? So in this case, let's go back to our example, right? And they're missing, right? And you say Echo and Urgot have TP. Right? And you see Nocturne goes top or whatever. Nocturne has Ignite, so he's not coming. How do we solo win this by ourselves?
I mean, we could ping them to teleport.
Yeah, you're like, hey, are you guys coming? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, which of these minions are they going to teleport to? What do you think?
Probably like the one furthest forward.
Yeah, they can pick this one. They can pick this one. They can pick this one, right? And then which direction do you run?
Forward.
There you go. All of game, right? Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. And then they're like, holy shit, what do we do? The Bard already came in, right? So now we just kill everyone, right? So it's not like, so you can come up with different strategies to beat this. But yeah, first step is always knowing that they're showing up. Like, let me show you an example. Let's end up on this one. But let me show you a good example. Here you go. Here's the example. Okay. And let's fast forward. Okay. This. I want you to read the I want you to read the chat here. What is he saying?
Save his TP for.
So he wants to make a TP play at level 6, right?
Yeah.
So what do you need to do to make it to work?
Like have a deep ward and let them be pushed up to the tower.
Exactly, right? And then I said they have a Morgana who has a shield. Yeah. How do we get rid of the shield?
Bait out her shield.
Okay, like, yeah, just bait out the shield somehow. Yeah, exactly. So that's the play, right? So okay, you said get the deep ward, and then try and bait out the shield. Okay, so here's our deep ward, right? We pushed out, we got the deep ward. Now we're letting them push in because Wukong wants the TP, right? So we're just chilling here. Okay, what do you think is happening? The jungle's ganking. What do you think is gonna happen?
They're gonna try and go in because they don't think about like Wukong teleport.
Right? Wukong can't go. Why can't Wukong come yet?
Morg had her shield until he shielded Lee Sin.
True, but what else?
Oh,
Wukong physically can't.
Back.
Yeah, he has the base. Why is that?
He's out of mana.
Yeah, he's no mana, so it can't work yet. So we got a few more seconds, but hey, Morg has no shield for some reason, guys. Yo, let's just go, right? So Wukong's coming now. So how do you bait them into looking at us?
Attack him.
Yeah, you can just attack him. I just gave Ezreal the Q, right? And I'm standing in a stupid spot. So like, come hit me. And then all of a sudden they're just dead as fuck, right? So this is how you punish diamond players, essentially. It's literally set up. It's all set up beforehand. Right? So, and how do we not get punished? We have to think of habits in terms of when we're pushing or fighting or coming to a fight. We have to think about who's coming and how they're doing. So,
yeah.
Makes sense, right?
It makes sense.
Okay, cool. Then any last questions, I guess, before we do like wrap up?
So if your wave is like pushing into them like a slow push or something.
Yeah.
And they're missing, how would you like how would you properly handle if your wave's pushing? Because couldn't they just freeze and you get behind on CS?
Right. So like we're just chilling here and you think that they're gonna gank you, you're gonna die, you just get the XP, right? Some lanes are just super doomed. Like let's say for example, they pick like Kalista and Nautilus and your support pick Yumi or some shit. You're like, what the fuck do I do? Right? So you just pray. Yumi lands 10 Qs while you're getting XP. And then the instant their jungle shows, 2v2, push and run, right? Something like that. But you never want to do something that you think is like bad, right? As long as you know it's like coming. Let's say you're like, holy shit, my team just did a top play. My wave is super fucked pushing towards them. I cannot get the XP without dying. What do you do?
You could like farm Gromp or something.
Yeah, farm Gromp or something, right? Exactly. Because they're doing a 4-man, right? Your team just 3-man top. They're coming to 4-man bot. Yo, let's just base. I'm going mid. Like, get me out of here.
Right.
We're not gonna get anything done here, right? Or maybe you're like, I can pretend to base, put a pink ward down, and sit here for the XP. People do that shit, right? So you just come up with anything that isn't losing, essentially. Basically, you're given a bad situation. You say, how can I make this least bad? Right? Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anything else?
I think that's it. It's,
Nice.
I mean, even like awareness is something I never even thought of, really.
Right. So how do we make these habits? Let's go over like the habit building process, just to make sure you know how to work on this stuff on your own in game, right? So how do we make these ideas into habits? So let's just come up with like 2. What's the 2 most important ideas you think you need to work on?
So whenever trying to do something, like whether it be pushing, farming, anything like that, or like trying to engage, should check location of enemies.
How do we make it more specific? Because when you say do something, when you're in game, it's gonna be pretty spotty when you go do stuff, right?
Jungle mid.
Well, like when you say go do something, you're gonna be busy like farming and trying to hit them and stuff. There's a lot of things you're gonna be trying to do, right?
Yeah.
So what's like most common triggers to do that? Because do something is a pretty weak trigger in my opinion.
Whenever trying to farm.
Okay, whenever trying to last hit, I think that's really good. Every time you try and last hit, you look for jungle mid, right?
Yep, and then whenever you try to make a play on the enemy bot lane.
Yeah, I think that's really good. This is the most important. One of the most important ones is your team starts a play and you just go along with it. That's like the worst case scenario, right?
Yeah.
So anytime you're trying to make a play on the bot lane, it's really good time to check for jungle mid, right? That's actually really important because you saw your Zac like essentially solo through the game here, right? With this play, but you and Alistar were like, okay, let's just go because
he's following up on it.
yeah, exactly.
Bad play.
Yeah, like hey, I agree, let's do it,
Sounds
right?
like a great idea. Yeah.
But it was like grief. You gotta always double check your teammates. Otherwise, they're gonna lead you into disaster. You want to be the one leading everyone, even if it's disaster, because at least that way you'll figure things out by yourself, right? Because if you call this and then top TPs, you're like, okay, well, I learned that top TP can counter. But if your teammate calls it and top TPs, you're like, well, my teammate fucked up. That's about it, right? So, yeah. I think anytime you guys are trying to make a play, anytime you're trying to CS, I think those are 2 good triggers for you to insert habits into. And I guess if there's an out of lane one, what do you think? I like to have 1 in lane habit to work on and 1 out of lane to work on. So you can like double dip.
Like whenever your team is trying to get an objective.
Yeah, whenever your team's trying to like fight or do an objective, that's a really good time too. Because this is actually really interesting. This one where you killed Braum, and then your mid laner did not move. Your mid laner like trolled, but we can prevent that, right?
Yeah.
By spam pinging, like, yo, you need to fucking move, or we're not doing the dragon, right? So that's a really good one too. Anytime your team is trying to do something, I think that's if there are problems in lane, and if there are problems out of lane, it's very similar, right? But I think the majority of the games at Diamond right now are probably played out of lane, like this stuff where Kha'Zix is like jumping over the wall and shit, right?
Yeah, right.
This is, I think, if there's the number 1 thing to work on, I'll probably look at this. Or you, yeah, have an in lane habit and an out of lane habit. It's really good because you can kind of, they're like the same habit just in different phases of the game, right? One is just in lane CSing, and the other one is every time there's a fight or objective, right? So
yeah.
Any last questions?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Good. And good luck in your games. Let me know how they're going, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it.
No problem. And yeah, don't worry about like mechanical stuff. Like if the stuff we saw in your games, what do you think? Were there any mechanical issues?
I mean, not really, just besides that MF ult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really, to be honest, right? It was just like the only issue was getting to play the game,
Right.
right? I think if there's mechanical stuff, it'll show up later, right? Don't sweat it too much, right? So yeah. Sounds good.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, man. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they're going. If you have further questions, hit me up on Discord.
Will do. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. I'll upload this to YouTube so you can go back and rewatch.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they're
All
going.
right. Yep.
Peace.
Peace.